All right, great. Well, let's get started. The Make It to Manager Boot Camp. We meet again after an awesome 4 weeks together. And I know that you guys got so much value from the training, and we loved seeing you guys plug in and stay in action, especially during the summertime when we know it's a little more challenging. So we are so excited and honored, and I speak on behalf of everybody on this call, how grateful we are to you, Kathy, not only for tonight, but just for everything, for Isagenix, for giving us this platform that now we all have, this vehicle to build an income with, and to also have these incredible products, and all because of you and your vision with Jim. So we are so grateful to you for that. And what I did was just kind of talk to some of the people in the group, kind of gathered where they were at, asked if there was any questions, because I know you said just to kind of ask you some questions to see what you can provide best. So no particular order, but the first one, Kathy, is really about, all of the participants in this group were either newer and never hit manager. So they might have been brand new or just maybe a little casual, and now they're really interested. Or they are in a rebuild phase where they might have had a team before. Maybe they had some builders and they felt that they're kind of starting all over again. So, we really commend those people too for not giving up and for staying with it. But the first question would be for somebody who now is like ready to step into that leadership, ready to say, I'm not just going to casually share. I really want to build a real business, a serious business. What would be, a few things that you would advise everybody to do on their own, not just that they always have to be in a training or have a sponsor helping them, but what's your best advice for them to continue on doing after they've finished this 4 weeks? Some of them have created some consultants, some haven't, but they still worked at it to get to that level.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for inviting me, Gina, and thank you for your leadership, and good to see you, Jamie Lynn, too, all of you. Congratulations on taking another step toward your success in Isagenix. And there's so many things I could talk to you about tonight, but I'm going to try to put myself back when I was just getting started in some of the things that I did that made a huge impact on my success. And number one, I think that one of the most important things that will keep you consistent and keep you pushing toward your goal is to really do a little bit of meditation and decide why you're doing this. What is the main reason that you want to be successful with Isagenix? And it could be so simple as to make, another $1,000 a month. It could be to pay off your debt. And maybe there's one thing that you really want more than anything else. What is that one thing? And I think that what's important is to keep that goal in front of you. I have, my little goals here in front of me, right in a picture frame on my desktop on my computer, right by my computer. So I see it every day, and it makes you take actions towards your goal. And I think that visual is truly important. And then after you decide what the main reason is for your success, maybe you want to quit your job, maybe you just want another income stream because it's tough right now to make ends meet. Whatever that is, though, I think it's really important if you have a partner to share your goals with your partner. And do it in a special way. You might just create a little special dinner that you talk about it and why you're doing this. Because I think helping your partner get a understanding of why you're doing this and asking them for their support. And even it could be a couple of your friends, to your really close friends. You might want to tell them why you're doing this and you need their support. And, I think it's the way you ask them. I really want to be successful. I want to do this. And I know I'm going to have challenging times, and I'm going to need you to tell me to keep going, keep trying. And, because you're going to have all ups and downs. I mean, if you have ever seen what I went through, but it just gets easier and gets better the more, skills that you have. So doing those few things, getting together with your partner, and then maybe your children. I mean, sharing your goals with your children of what you're doing. Let them know what you're doing and why you're doing it. You're doing it for them, and so that you can have a better life. and getting them behind your vision and your dreams and your goals. And then maybe have them have, one thing that they really want. That really helped me with my family unit. I did that. And then Eric had his goals. Jim had his goals. He wanted me to retire him from the corporate world. And Eric wanted to go to Hawaii and go on vacations and do all these things. And they pushed me instead of making me feel guilty. And it really made a difference. And I had a calendar on my refrigerator, like a big old one for the month. And I would build in my family's important things in that calendar first and put it on there. Then I fill out my business workday, and they would know when I was working, what my hours of operations are, because this is a business. Even if you're just working 1 hour, just put it in there. This is my time. I need this time. So communication is so important when you're starting a new endeavor, and it's amazing what they'll do to push you. So that's one thing that really helped me, and I didn't have the friction that way. In the beginning, I did have a little friction. So that helped with the friction. So I would share that with you, think about that yourself and in your new team members too, when they raise their hand. What's the one thing you want to achieve? Because that one thing, they're going to achieve it, and they're going to have another one thing and another one thing and another one thing. It's just life.
I love that. Thank you, Kathy. And it's so important to keep that vision. I love the visual, because which I have a question about, which I'll get to, is distractions. And that's something as a leader, I've noticed, and I know I've talked to some of the other leaders that collaborated with me on this, is that we wanted to do this in the summer because we could tell that it's so easy to get distracted. And so for somebody who isn't quite to that level of, having the success yet, seeing the income that they want to see, is there anything extra, any tips that you would say to help them, like maybe with their awareness around it? I love what you just said about having hours of operation, because I think that, anyway, what I notice that some people do is they don't really put it in their calendar to run this business. And so, that's part of how they can get distracted, because it's not in their calendar. Anything else you can add to that? Because, that's what we see sometimes is people have the vision, they get excited, they have the goals, and maybe they're running really quick and sprinting for the first few months. And then all of a sudden, things come up. So I'm sure you've had that happen, or you've seen leaders have that happen. What do you think is the best way to just stay somewhat consistent no matter what's going on, even if you can't be totally 100% at all times?
Well, time blocking, it's essential. I mean, I couldn't do, I'm slowing down, not doing as much as I used to do, but I time blocked. And, so if you can give an hour a day, you block it in your calendar, and it's good to be consistent even with the time. And then book your family time in. It's summer and you should be spending time with your kids, and that they know that. I would print my calendar off and put it on the refrigerator. This is my schedule for today, so they know what I was doing. But that time blocking is so important. And in that time, that if you just have an hour, it's all reach out, follow-ups. And, maybe one day you just reach out for an hour, voice text, send pictures, all that kind of stuff. The next day you follow up. Then the next day you reach out again. And it's just having that consistency, and the magic will happen. And it's casting a vision to people. And I know you had mentioned, in your email, you had said a lot of people don't have the posture yet. And posture just comes with confidence, and it takes time to get posture. But one thing that I learned that really helped my team members, if they were new to direct selling, or they've never done anything like this, they would leverage their business partner. You never call them your upline. You say, I'm working with this amazing lady, Gina, and she's showing us the way. She's showing us how to get out of debt, to create an additional income stream, and to look good and feel good. So you're leaning on the credibility of your leader, and that gives you more posture. And I'm telling you, when people started, because they said, oh, I can't do what you do. They said, look, I'm working with this really successful lady, and she's showing us the way, she's teaching us how to do this, and I can introduce her to you too. And so that really made a difference for my people, because it made them stronger, and it made them have more confidence. that, and then it was important to that other person too, because a lot of people just get started and maybe you've only made $25 and they say, how much money are you making? We say, well, I just started, but I'm working with a successful team, or I'm working with a successful couple, a special lady, a special man, whoever it is, and they've been extremely successful. You build them up. And that really, really helped my team members.
Yeah, we love that. We always say borrow confidence. And that's why we love to share our stories, so that even each other, like working with different leaders, we all wanted our people to all hear our stories, because maybe something resonated with somebody else. So I think that is so, so important, because it does come with time, the confidence and the posture.
Yeah.
Okay, another question. So obviously you've seen a lot of leaders in this industry, not only just Isagenix, but in the industry. Obviously Isagenix, you've seen the rising leaders. And I know everybody comes from different walks of life. There's always some different backgrounds where they come from, different, everybody's different. Everybody reaches that success from different background. But what are some of the things that you have seen that leaders who, make to that top 100 income earner, make it to Legacy Club? What are some of those things that you see personally that they have in common?
They have a burning desire. They want it really, really bad. And I think that's, a lot of them are competitive, but I mean, they want it so bad that they're going to do what it takes. I was a dental hygienist. I wanted out. I did not want to do that anymore. And I was going to do whatever it took that was legal, ethical, and moral to be successful. And nothing was going to get in my way. I made that decision. You have to make the decision. And then keeping your goals in front of you, working in 30-day sprints, what's your goal? You should have a goal for enrolling new members. You should have a goal for rank advancing. You should have a team goal for how many people are coming into your team. Kind of the magic number is when you have 100 people coming into your team, you're going to have massive success. So, it takes time. Everything takes time. And you're looking for the winners. You're looking for people that want it. You're looking for that. That's who you're looking for. People just like you that want to do this and that are fed up and that want more out of life and that aren't going to settle for the status quo. They want to reach higher goals for their family. And creating an additional income stream and being very successful it's just freedom. It's freedom to do what you want, when you want, and who you want. And that's what this profession is. It's definitely free enterprise at its best.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a great question that came from actually one of the leaders that collabed, Brandy, Wave Brandy. So I just have to give Brandy like some props. So Brandy's a newer rising leader, and she actually came to me and was like, hey, I want to surround myself with people who are doing what I am aspiring to do. And she's like, I don't want to just hang around with people who, have less. I want to go with leaders and be with people who have more. I want to be the lowest person in the room, like income wise. And I was like, oh, okay. So we collabed and we had some other leaders join us. So I just want to really commend her, because I think that takes guts. And she reached out to other leaders and she wants to just surround herself with people who are doing what she is striving to get to. And her question was, being that we're hitting our 20th anniversary with Isagenix, what are you feeling most excited about, like come celebration and after what's coming, the new momentum, new energy? Obviously we're in like a different time than we've ever been in before. But she had a great question. What are you most excited for, having a live event again, and then for what's coming and what everybody can get really excited about?
Well, I'm always excited about, our new products. We have, you just face it, during the lockdown, we created some of the best products we've ever had in our life. The collagen, the adaptogen elixir, the nootropic. If you haven't tried the nootropic, you really need to try it. It's great when you're having a little brain fog day. But I'm excited about that. And I'm excited too about simplicity and clarity. And, I'm excited about the new 7-day reset, simplicity, clarity. Isagenix has been people sometimes say it's complicated, it's hard. I don't not understand how to do it. So we're trying to make everything super simple, super easy. That's why we created the, pictures, video cart, PVC 1, 2, 3. So it's right at your fingertips. Everything. I think people during the lockdown just got impatient. They don't want anything hard anymore. So we have to make Isagenix super simple. So I'm really, really excited about that. I'm excited about some of the new technology coming. So, we're still at it and trying to get better and better, and really excited for the new leaders. What gets Jim and me very excited is seeing the new leadership come on stage, and when they really go, wow, this is really something. I mean, you see it, like we haven't had a big event in a while. You see people, oh wow, if she can do it, I can do it. If he can do it, I can do it. If that couple can work together, we can do it. So I think it's going to be great to get everybody together here coming up in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we can't wait. I think everybody on the call pretty much is going, except if maybe our out of country folks might be going to their separate ones. But yeah, I love that. I love the simplicity and clarity. I think we all do. We all appreciate all of the changes that you guys make to work together with the field. It's always, I think, what makes us stand apart from other companies. Okay, another area that we would love to hear what you would suggest is for individuals who struggle with just belief, building belief in maybe talking about income, building belief in sharing the opportunity, maybe belief in just taking risks and putting themselves out there. I know as leaders, we all say, just, practice, you got to go out and do it. But is there any tools or books or podcasts or practices that you would suggest people who kind of keep struggling, where they really notice it, they recognize it, they don't want to self-sabotage anymore, but they need to focus on it. They need to build that belief within themselves. Anything that you can particularly recommend?
Well, there are so many different podcasts and books and things like that. But I mean, I think that what I used to do is affirmations. I used to say out loud all the time, I'm going to be, I'm going to go to the top of this company. I'm going to be successful, and I think that really helped me. I kept feeding my head all the time, my mindset. And we all have to work on our mindset. And there's so many, I mean, gosh, YouTube is just filled with a plethora of great modules. And if you find one that you love, listen to one every morning, or TED Talks, on belief, mindset, and things like this. It is all mindset. Our mind has it has the ability to turn us on or turn it off. And it's what we think, that comes about. Is so true. And it's borrowing belief from other people too. I mean, watching other people that have gone before you. And, I think that success leaves clues. It does. And if you're watching other people, you look how hard that some of them worked for a long time, and then look at their success now. It just gets easier and easier. It seems like everything's getting easier, but sometimes it's not easy to pick up that phone and call somebody, but it's your conviction. Remember that it's your conviction, it's your enthusiasm, it's your passion that will attract someone to you. It's the music you sing. So, I would say that, you have to be excited about it. And, I talked about your why, but sometimes as you get into this for a while, you might want to create a team why. Each and every one of you, maybe you brought a few people in, and just telling them, look, I'm looking to help empower people to live the life of their dreams, to get out of debt, to have freedom, flexibility. And I'm creating a team like that. And I thought of you. I thought you might want to join us in this journey, and tell them why you thought of them, So, I mean, those are some things that I do personally. And I do listen to a lot of YouTube and a lot of different, I love Tony Robbins. I love Adam Markell. He's really good. He used to be Tony Robbins' CEO. He's phenomenal. He has a book called The 3 E's. It's really good. There's so many things you can do, and you don't have to read the whole book too. A lot of times I'll read, if you go on to Google and you put the book in, they'll have the cliff notes on the side, like 10X, how to 10X your business. All the notes are there, and you can read through them, and you get so many powerful things from just watching that or listening to that. So, I think that we have to keep our minds full, like if you're out running, you're out walking, you should be listening to something.
Yeah, I love that. And I think, I know, and I said in our training is that um, every day, work on your confidence every single day. If that's where you see that you need to focus on, it should be 10 minutes a day that you do something to just build yourself up. Because otherwise, you allow other people's opinions and judgments to, really stop your dreams if you don't build up your own confidence. It's so, so important, especially if this is something that you really want, that you really put that in your time blocking too, that, you get that affirmations out and you work on the confidence. So I love that, Kathy. Okay, the next question is more like just to hear you speak on, say you're bringing yourself back to when you just get started. How would you like the language around, how would you put it to somebody that you're talking about the opportunity, really want to talk about the opportunity before the products, going opportunity first, leading with that. As somebody who is showing that you're excited about what's coming, and maybe you have not reached that level yet, but you want to share the opportunity with somebody that you just met or that you're speaking to, what kind of language would you use? Not to put you on the spot, but just to kind of hear a
No,
lot of
I know that one really well. I always was excited when I was talking to someone. I'm so excited. I just started my own business. And it is the most amazing business. I can keep my current job. I can do this on the side. And my goal is, and then you tell them what's your goal. My goal is to pay off all my debts and have, a lot of income in the bank so that I don't have that, fear of not being able to pay my bills or whatever it is. And I thought about you. This may be for you. It may not be for you. That's a really good line. This may be for you. It may not be for you, but you owe it to yourself to take a look. It's so simple. It's low startup, huge upside potential, no ceiling on your income, huge tax advantages. Start sharing some of those things. You can work from your computer, your phone, anywhere. And, it's fun. And say, would you like to take a look? I mean, but you got to put some of the things in there that are exciting, not much of an investment, market disrupting products that you can't get anywhere else, a simple system to build. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. That was a big one. We have a system for you to plug in and you don't have to reinvent the wheel, because a lot of people, when they start a business, they have to create everything themselves. So you can plug right in. We have team calls, we have everything that you can join our community. So I think that, it's your conviction that will get people to take a look. And if it's not for them, they'll tell you. And then if they say it's not for me, say, do you know anybody with a burning desire that's looking to change their position in life? I asked everybody that. If they said no, do you know anybody with a burning desire that wants to change their position in life? And I'm telling you, Gina, I got two of the best people in my whole organization, all my bills from just referral asking for that. And we forget about that. We really forget about that.
Yeah, and I don't know about you guys, but I have found that a lot of times the people who are interested in joining me with the business and the team are newer connections. It's not the people that you think will support you, your best friend or your
Yeah.
cousin or your mom or whatever. It's like these newer connections because of the way you're showing up, and they're new and they see you show up that way, and that's attractive to them. At least that's how, when I started to change and become more confident, some of my old friends, they didn't really support that. Maybe they were intimidated by that. Maybe they didn't grow with me. But when I had newer people that would see how I was showing up, they were inspired by it. And
Yeah.
so I think that's really important that you just get brave and, and I love cold connections just because I don't think there's an attachment. So you don't have
Yeah.
to, there's no hard feelings, don't take it personally. And I just am so excited for all of you. And we really wanted to reward you guys hearing from Kathy. And I hope this has inspired you guys. We wanted to keep it around a half hour just because I know time is just so crucial. But I would love for you guys to really leave this call, but get it into action. I mean, you just were on a call with the owner of our company. And, not every owner of companies answer people and say, sure, I would love to be on a Zoom with these new builders or new managers or rising leaders. And so we're so fortunate. And I hope that you'll take that and not just, say, oh, that was really inspiring, but really take action and do something risky. Maybe do a couple of reach outs that maybe you weren't planning to do, because right now I'm sure you're feeling a little fire, you're feeling more motivated. Whether you've been doing this a while and you're rebuilding and rebranding yourself, or you're new, like, you've got to just say, like, what can I do? And I get off this call and for this week, that can really change things. Because Kathy, would
Yeah.
you agree that you can have
Oh,
that one person, right? That one call you made, that one referral you got. And I think you guys all know that that is true with this company. It's just that one golden nugget.
I know. Well, just remember, you need one good one on the left and one good one on the right. And I'm serious. And what will it take to get that? I mean, my numbers were 80-20, like everything else. 80% of the people that I enrolled were consumers, 20% became builders. And, I think that it's really important for you to let Gina know, how committed you are. And, I encourage you to text her after the call and tell her you want to be one of her 5 new leaders, and you want to work hard with her and develop and do all those things. Because, I'm telling you, the skills that you learn from this profession, you can carry in all parts of your life. You really will. Leadership, communication, collaboration. I mean, it's really amazing what it does for you. So let Gina know. And I'm telling you, it's great to see all your beautiful faces. Congratulations, Brandy, and all of you for all you do. And hopefully a few of them you'll be able to go to Celebration. If you can't, you can watch it on live stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. And just, to close out on the events, I think that's, so important for you guys to hear from Kathy, how life-changing the events are. If you've never been to a Celebration or a big corporate event, which I know a lot of you have not. And also, Kathy, there's a UIA too coming up.
Yes.
And, I think that one's very crucial for everyone anyway, but especially if you want to work on personal development. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you'll learn skills, basic skills, how to develop your story, your 30-second story, how to explain the comp plan, all those kinds of things that, sometimes it's like a little bit overwhelming, but the repetition is the key. I mean, I was a disaster when I started, and I got better and better because I kept going and going and trying. And then, you just become a master after a while. It takes a while to become a master, and you've got a master right here on the line with Gina. And
Thank you so much, Kathy. And thank you all for completing the 4 weeks, but don't let this stop. We really want to see you keep going. If you didn't create the consultants you thought you were going to create, I know that you planted seeds, but you've got to keep watering. And like Kathy said, I wrote some notes down, is the consistency, the hunger that you want this more than you care about what other people think, more than you're going to allow a distraction to come up, more than, oh, I'm tired, I'm not going to do reach outs today. You want to schedule it, right? Have the hours of operation, share with your family. There's so many great nuggets, but we can't force you guys to implement that. That's going to be up to you. So when you get off this call, if you are going to decide that you are going to implement these things and you're going to take your business to the next level, because at the end of the year and going into the new year, you're going to see that your business has grown and changed, then I want to hear from you, a leader that's on here, that's your leader. Let them know. So we're so excited for you. And Kathy, we cannot thank you enough for being so gracious with your time.
all
Thank
right.
you so much.
You guys have a great night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.